Hello, welcome to Coach Grid, here with Kirsten Davis, as always. Today we want to talk about AI. AI is all the rage. Everybody's talking about it. There's a reason for that. And today we want to talk about how to use AI to grow your coaching business. It's something that we've both experienced quite a bit of and that we've been utilizing for ourselves in our own business and also for our clients and what they've been able to do. I remember when we first started talking about AI, we were in this business, and that's how new it is. It's hard to remember just how short of a period of time AI has been there, influencing things the way that it has right now.
Well, it's funny. I remember the day you came in and you were like, I found this course on AI. I think AI might really be a thing. And this was a while ago. Like, AI wasn't as big yet. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know. Like, I used it, I tried ChatGPT. It didn't give me anything. It didn't help me. Like, I just was not on board, not seeing the vision. And I think there's still people in that camp, or they're like, I'm using it and it's not working. But little did I know, we use AI for everything now as a tool.
Yeah, for sure. And that's part of what we want to talk about, because in the fact that it's so new, there are some people that haven't started using it yet. And we come from different generations. And I think my generation is a little more, maybe still afraid of it. And whether you want to say that or not, this feels uncomfortable. And it feels like this might replace me and this might make me not seem as valuable as I want to feel that I am.
Yeah.
But there really are some amazing ways to use it. And obviously some ways where we've learned that we don't do well with it as it stands right now.
Right.
So the first thing I wanted to talk about in that is in a session with a client. When we meet with clients and we're talking with them about growing their coaching business, we record everything that we do. And of course we tell them that we're recording it, but we record all of those sessions. There are so many things that you can do with that at that point in time. And I think we do some different things with that in our business. What's been best for you in having that transcript? Like, how are you utilizing that when we're working with people?
Like 100 different ways. I think the biggest thing is to just shift to recording stuff, and then kind of having a system for what you need to accomplish. So one way that I really like to use it is to say, okay, break this into a framework. I know we're a bit divided on on that in opinion, but what are the key elements of me that are unique that influence how I teach? Or what was the blind spot in this session? What's something that kind of came up and then slipped through the cracks? Or like just being able to analyze the different sessions that you're doing and help give yourself feedback, help remember things, do follow-ups, make lists. Like, you can ask it 100 different prompts to give you everything you would normally go and do manually.
Yeah. I think it's kind of funny if you look at movies and things, whenever there was a therapist or a coach and they're having a conversation with somebody, the therapist inevitably has their notepad and they have their pen, and we're talking and I'm doing this and I'm here and I'm doing this and I'm here and I'm doing this. And when I'm here and I'm looking at my notepad and I'm not looking at you, you lose some connection and it loses some of the flow in the conversation as well. For me, being able to record that session and not having to remember about, all right, what's the to-do list? What are the goals, or what are the objectives, or what did we talk about that they're going to do between this week and next week versus what I'm going to send them between this week and next week. And then when we're done, I take the session, I upload it, and I say, give me the to-do list. Give me what I need to follow up with them on, what they need to follow up on. And then to your point, being able to ask some of those questions of, did I miss something? Was there a blind spot there? Did I stay true to what it is that they're wanting me to help them accomplish? It's invaluable.
Yeah.
Being able to maintain that connection throughout the entire session.
Yeah. You can course correct much quicker. And I think the value of a coach is really not in the frameworks or the procedural things, that the structure that you really need to have to hold the session. Where the coach's biggest value comes in is their ability to pull out the details as you're going through that framework and saying, oh, I see that there's some emotion there when we talk about this, or, oh, I see that you're leaning back in your chair. So I think allowing ChatGPT to do, or whatever AI tool you're using, to do some of that heavy lifting on the side of that everyone really can do, really opens up space to lean into your strengths and your actual value as a coach.
Absolutely. Also, as you meet with a client more regularly and you have 5 or 6 sessions, if you're uploading all of those transcripts at once, you're able to say to ChatGPT, or again, whatever other one, what are some of the trends that you're seeing here? What are some of the repeating patterns that are coming up for my client or for myself that we can work on and that we can address? Now, can clients do this for themselves? Sure. But that's the point, is they're here to connect with you and engage with you, and they don't have to worry about that side of it.
Yeah.
They get to be just present in the moment, and you get to do a lot of the back end work, along with what you were saying of your ability to continue to connect with them and subtleties, coach them through some of those points.
Yeah, that's a good segue also with the multiple transcripts into another way that I really love to use it, which is if you're uploading all your client sessions, you can say, what are the trends between my clients' desires? What are their common pain points? And then you have a marketing gold mine, because you have hours of content with people who actually hired you and paid you money to base your marketing off of.
Yeah, it's brilliant. One of the places where I think the whole industry is trying to figure it out, including AI itself, is confidentiality. And where that ends in some of those places. So one thing that I would caution is, when you're doing this, again, be very clear with your client how you're utilizing AI in your sessions. Be very clear in the documents. We're not giving legal advice here, but just to protect yourself and to protect your client, be very clear about what it is that you're doing and how you're doing it. And if you have a contract beforehand that says, I'm going to be recording this and I'm going to be using subjects or aspects or principles for my marketing, that protects you when you do that. But you're absolutely right. That helps speak to those things for other people that are feeling those same things from those same places. So I love that. Outside of recording and having the transcripts of sessions, simply having a space to keep track of everything for a particular client is also really, really helpful.
Yeah.
I know a lot of coaches in the past that have had assistants. They would have them do that for them.
You got like a bunch of folders with all the session notes
and now if you have an account, you can create folders for clients and be uploading those to those spaces, or you can do something as deep as create your own GPT.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go with it is,
go ahead.
Having a file, you still have to go through the file, but we upload everything. Each client gets their own custom GPT and ChatGPT. We just have the $20 subscription, and then each client, we can build an actual smart assistant that we or our clients can log into to ask questions about their business, about what they were struggling with, about what did we say in that session and they can't remember, but it was really impactful. And that's been a really huge tool.
Yeah, for sure. For the people that maybe aren't as familiar with ChatGPT or a lot of the AI tools, you can access that and grant somebody access to one specific GPT without giving them access to everything. Just like on a Google Drive, you can share one file without sharing the whole space.
Yeah, a custom GPT is basically like a little bubble where it's the brain and the power of ChatGPT, and it still has access to all of the information, but it's filtering it through the lens of that particular client. And yeah, it is only the people with the link can access that particular content.
Right. So again, the name of the game here with any new system is knowing it well enough to protect yourself. And what's nice when somebody works with us is we help set all of this up for them so that they don't have to worry as much about a lot of those things coming up the way that it might. But having that and being able to utilize that allows you to take on more clients as well. Because we're mortal beings, because our brain has a finite amount of space, if you have a certain amount of clients and you feel like you're already kind of stretched by trying to remember everything about every client, one of the things that I do as we are meeting with somebody new is I log into their GPT and I say, all right, remind me of our last session. What were we talking about? Tell me a little bit about them. Tell me where they struggled. Tell me again some key points or key story points so that my memory can be jogged and I can immediately recreate that connection with them as soon as we get into another session together.
Yeah.
So that's been awesome as well. Outside of the client side, again, there's so many different places where we've utilized this. But one of the biggest things for me has been the organizational side of our business and keeping track of our own operations, the things that we're doing, and being able to incorporate our CRMs or our marketing campaigns or things like that inside of ChatGPT as well. You talk a little bit about marketing and what's the good and bad of marketing with AI right now?
I think it does really well for pulling out themes, brainstorming, refining. It doesn't do great with writing content that doesn't sound like the content that everybody else is writing with AI. I think that's where it really struggles. Even if you tell it, like, especially ChatGPT, you tell it, don't use an M dash, and every other prompt, it's giving you back an M dash.
It's still kind of rebellious and likes to do its thing. For me, I've utilized it quite a bit in those spaces as a prompt. And so I might type in, give me 12 prompt questions that I could answer like I was on a podcast or for a reel that one of my clients might wonder about. Yeah. And then I still get to let my voice come through in the answer. That to me is the biggest issue right now with social media marketing and AI is how flat it falls when it's not your voice, when it's not your story. And that's what a lot of the generated content is happening with right now.
Yeah. And I think that there's just a lack of trust with people. Like, as soon as they sniff out that it's AI, there's a little bit of, not with everybody, but with a lot of people, they're like, okay, well, now I'm not going to read the post because it's not you. Even if you did go in and edit it or it was your idea, I think just the AI tells, like, and there's a lot of them, like some of them like the M dash or strange emoji placement that's very AI, or emojis that people don't generally use, or the not X, just Y, or it's not, it's this, like, over and over again. And like things like that just make it really obvious that it's AI generated, and that can really shoot your reputation. And even if somebody's like, well, it's still okay, subconsciously, like, they're still picking up on that. And I think
that's what I was going to say trust. Is we can recognize it almost like another language because of how often we're in it. But for those that maybe aren't as acclimated to it, you can still put that post in front of them. They might not be able to tell you what they don't like about it, but they'll tell you that they don't like it.
It's off.
It's off. And so it's falling flat. So that's all the time we have today for this subject, but we're going to be revisiting this a lot because we have some big solutions in that space to help, especially with the social media and utilizing AI, but in really compelling ways where your voice still gets to be the main component. So thank you for being with us here today. If you want to know more about what's coming with AI with CoachGrid, visit us at coachgrid.com or on Instagram at CoachGrid.